guys, it's Hannah and welcome to my channel where we talk about all things spooky. And welcome to the series I have on my channel called Spooks Around the World. In this series, we talk about different folklores from different countries. So today I'm so excited because today's country that we're talking about is Ireland. And I think that Ireland has some of the most interesting stories. Actually, my favorite folklore is from Ireland, so I'm so excited to share with you guys this video. Also, I'm really sorry for the light. I've tried to fix it, but nothing I could do would fix it, so whatever. So the first story I wanted to talk about is the Dullahan, which most of you would know as the Headless Horseman. Well, there are different tales of the Headless Horseman from all around the world. Ireland has the Dullahan. The Dullahan is a story from the Celtics of Ireland. So the Dullahan has no head, wears all black, rides a black horse. The Dullahan is headless, but it carries its head in its hand. The Dullahan comes after people. It's known to collect people's soul, so it's like the Grim Reaper. In some tales of the Dullahan, he has a whip made out of a human spine. Yeah. You may try and run into your house and lock your doors, but when it comes near, doors and windows automatically open, so you are not safe. By the Dullahan simply saying your name, you will drop dead. I have always been really interested in the story of the Headless Horseman, and I didn't know that Ireland had its own Headless Horseman myth, so I thought that this was really cool to research. The next thing I want to talk about is Fae. So Fae, also known as fairies, are actually a legend that come from Ireland. While many of us think of fairies as the sweet little creatures that bring good luck, or we think of Tinkerbell, Fae are actually really mischievous because whenever a Fae is around, they cause mischief and mayhem and sometimes even end up killing people. Sometimes they even steal their babies. Yeah. They will take your baby and bring it to the fairy realm and raise it on its own, either as a slave or as its child, and they will replace it with their own child. Yeah, fairies are definitely mischievous and actually not what you want to hang around. How can I talk about Irish folklore without mentioning the Leprechaun? Obviously, the Leprechaun is not as scary of a legend, but it is something pretty interesting. Most of you, if not all of you, know the story behind the Leprechaun. But the story goes that at the end of every rainbow, there is a pot of gold watched over by a leprechaun. Leprechauns are small creatures with red hair and red beard, and they wear all green. They're there to protect the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They just don't want you touching their gold. Next is the Banshee. I actually have a whole video that I made about Banshees because I find them really interesting. So I'm going to link that in the description. The Banshee myth came from Ireland. Banshees are known to cry out and scream really, really loudly. The Banshees aren't necessarily evil. They actually give out a warning of death. They're not the cause of death. But if you hear a Banshee screaming, that means someone is supposed to die. Not because of the Banshee, but they're just giving you a little heads up. The next legend I'll be talking about is the Puka. So the Puka is a shapeshifter that likes to take the form of usually a horse, dog, rabbit, goat, goblin, or even an old man. The Puka is very mischievous and only comes out at night. The Puka actually loves to talk and will tell you stories, but will disappear before saying goodbye. The Puka is feared, but is actually not known to really cause harm to humans, but the Pukas are very mischievous. Pukas are found in the mountainside because they like to run around when they're in horse form, which is their usual form. Pukas can talk no matter what form they're in, and a lot of the times whenever they're in their horse form, they like whenever drunk men ride them and just making the drunk person feel even crazier than they already are. The last legend I wanted to talk about are AOC, commonly called fairy folk. So they're kind of similar to fairies, but they're seen as beautiful humans who have magical powers. AOC are said to be a creation of a goddess, and they lived and ruled over Ireland for many years, but now, since humans started to conquer the land, AOC now live in somewhat parallel universe, but they sometimes like to revisit the mountainsides in Ireland. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed listening about the legends from the Irish people as much as I love researching about them. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!